Good morning. This is Dr. Cooper. This is a podcast for the English 102 Freshman Composition course. Welcome to week 3. Boy, week 2 was pretty tough, but as we go along, it's going to get easier and easier, so hang in there. Okay, so one of the things that you need to do that you probably haven't seen anywhere printed, but I'm going to print it today in our announcement and talk about it right now, and that is a first research prospectus. Now, throughout the process, we're going to have research prospectuses, and that is what your journal is for. Your journal, you will post these research prospectuses on there. Now, there's some information in Assignment 3 about what a research prospectus is, but this first prospectus is a little different because it is actually a research proposal. So, let's talk a little bit about what you need to do. Well, it's time to make a commitment. I know, you got to get down on one knee and propose to your topic that you want to write. Now, you have to convince me that this is a new and fresh topic. We're not doing any of the old things, gun control, abortion, euthanasia. We've done those over and over and over again. Legalization of marijuana. Okay, so what you need to do is find a new, fresh topic, something that's happening right now, something that's in the news that you can write about, that you can do, have a good argument for. Now, if you want to try to propose to write on one of these older topics, you can, but I'm going to tell you right now, unless you can prove that this is a current issue, I'm not going to allow you to write it. So it's up to you to try, and just keep in mind that everything that we do starting with assignment number 3, which is this week, has to be done on the approved topic. Okay, so some of you might want to go ahead and get started with assignment number 3, but you have to keep in mind that if you don't eventually get your topic approved, you might have to redo that assignment. So the best thing is to get these research proposals in early. So what is a research proposal? Well, a research proposal is a statement of your plans for the project. It includes a research question, and you want to think in terms of argument. So a lot of good questions start with terms like should. So if we were going to write about abortion, you might say, should women be allowed to have abortions? And that should question sort of generates a debate. Some students or some people would say, no, they shouldn't, and others would say, yes, they should. It's their body. Okay, so you want to think of your research question that you plan to argue, and then you want to tell me why this topic is a good topic for this project. Remember, our final paper will be 8 to 10 pages long, which is really short if you think about it. And you'll need to have about 6 to 10 sources that you'll use, so keep that in mind as you choose your topic. You don't want to pick something that's too narrow, and you don't want to pick something that's too broad. So the sooner that you post this research proposal to your blog, the sooner you'll get a response or an approval on your topic, and then you can move forward. I will keep a running list of approved topics that you'll see pop up in the announcement probably in a couple of days once we start getting some approved, and you can check that to make sure that your topic is approved. Once again, if time starts to run out and you haven't gotten your topic approved yet, you still need to do assignment number 3 and have it submitted by Sunday, but you want to be aware that you may have to redo that assignment. Okay. Now, assignment number 3 is an easy assignment. It's just a research or researching the web assignment, and we've already talked a little bit about it, but we're going to learn how to search the web for real this time. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know about the research prospectus. That's your journal number 1, and your journal number 1, which is the research prospectus, your proposal, what's your topic, please let me have this topic, Dr. Cooper, that type of thing, and you will post it to your blog on the network. Okay, so there are videos, screencasts, to show you how to post to your blog if you don't remember how to do that. So you can go back and check from the very first week when you had to post to say that you made it, and then of course this would be your first official blog. Don't forget to label it correctly. It should be labeled journal number 1, research prospectus number 1. Okay, so that's it for now. Alright, so week 3 we have one assignment this week. We're going to focus on reading critically and learning how to really search the web. Last week we searched the web, but we were just searching Google or Yahoo or whatever you wanted to. This week we're going to learn how to search for sources that we can use in an academic paper. So we want to sort of stay away from just that general throw out a term into a Google search and get millions of hits. We want to start to focus and narrow and learn how to search the proper way. So a lot of you are going to look at this assignment and go, oh, why do we have to do all of this? Well, it's very important that you learn how to search the right way, because you'll never know when it will become important. And for any academic paper, it should be important. So keep that in mind. So we have some textbook chapters to read, one in your regular textbook, the McGraw-Hill Guide, and then a chapter in the handbook, chapter 16. So make sure that you read that. And then also there are 2 handouts, how to search the web and writing paraphrases. So for this assignment, we will learn how to search the web, but we will also practice our paraphrasing skills. Now the handout, how to search the web, has a lot of the same information as the lesson that you will see, searching the web lesson. So whichever one you prefer to read, go for it. The lesson is a lot prettier to look at, I'd like to say. Okay, so for assignment number 3, one of the key things you want to keep in mind is that we're going to do 2 different searches. And the 2 different searches have different purposes for why we would want to search that way. The first search is what we call a subject directory search. And instead of typing in a term into a box and then waiting to see what pops up, we're going to search the subject directories. So based on our topic, we're going to narrow that topic down into a broad term, and then we'll click our way till we find a good fit for our research. What's good about this is that we usually use subject directories that have been organized by people and really only include good sources, so it sort of weeds out a lot of the bad stuff, and this is why we want to do this type of search. The second search you're going to do is what we call a meta search engine search or a text index search, and that's the one you're more familiar with, but we're going to search using different search engines. So instead of using Google and Yahoo and Bing, we have Yippee and Dogpile and Surfwax and Metacrawler to search. I know these are different names, but we have to try different places to search so that we can get better results. You don't always want what most people consider the best search engine, because what it does is it grabs everything. We want to try to use search engines that only index pages that would be valuable for us writing an academic paper. So you're going to do 2 searches with this assignment, and with each search you need to record the URL of the page and of course all of the bibliography information from the pages, and then you're going to paraphrase some pieces of information from those websites that you find. Keep in mind that our next assignment next week is to evaluate these websites, so you don't want to just grab the first thing that pops up. You want to make sure you look for a good website that can help give you information about the topic you were writing about. Okay, so you're going to do 2 internet searches, and you're going to include a working bibliography. Now, the working bibliography is just that, a bibliography or a list of your sources that you have gathered during the research process. So these will be the first 2 sources that you have gathered. If you want, you can include the 2 sources from the articles that I gave you to read last week in this working bibliography. It's up to you. So you can either have 2 or 4 sources. Now, once you get your bibliography, your working bibliography out of BibMe and paste it into your assignment, then you will submit your assignment into Connect Composition, just like you did with assignment number 1. Okay? Now, you will also write a second research prospectus, and this time the research prospectus will be more like the traditional prospectus. So if you have not gotten your topic approved, do not write your research prospectus journal yet. You will actually have a little more time than Sunday to write your research prospectus. So if you're watching this video, you know that by Sunday, assignment number 3 is due, but the research prospectus will be extended through the next week. Now, if you have your topic approved, then you might as well go ahead and get that research prospectus out of the way. Okay, so that's what we're working on this week. One assignment only. A research prospectus, a research proposal, and some reading. So let's get busy.